I forgot about the algorithms. See, even that. Why can't I say certain things on YouTube? Why can't you put certain things on Facebook? Why can't you put certain things on the news? Why? Because it might be beneficial to somebody. It might be the truth instead of a lie. It's you gotta stand up. David Icke has been saying it for 30 years and nobody ever believes him until now, and they're like, "Wow, you're not just reading it in a book. You're watching it. What happened right in front of you." That guy should get a bullhorn and get his own channel on TV to say "I told you so," not just on YouTube. You know, it's there's no good that will come out of hating each other, race, politics, religion. Going out and hurting a bunch of innocent people. What does that solve? Nothing. You hate, you're mad at the world, so you're gonna go down to a mall and start shooting the place up? Isn't that now? Yeah. Oh, those people feel my pain now? No, those people are dead because you just shot them. They don't feel your pain. They don't feel anything anymore. It's like, it's talk to somebody. I refuse to believe anybody in this world doesn't have one person, even a stranger you could talk to just, say, "Hey man, I'm having some bad thoughts in my head. I need to get it off my chest. This is why I'm having these bad thoughts." Like, do it. Say something. Don't hide it. Don't suppress it. Don't just bottle it up. Don't numb it with, being catatonic. Say something. Do something about it. Actions always speak louder than words. But you got to acknowledge it first. I think, therefore I am. You know? And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good people in this world that are trying to do a lot of good to make it better. We can't point at them and laugh. Or, like downgrade them. Say, "Oh, you're never going to help anybody. What you're doing is never going to take off, or it's never going to make any money." It's like the whole point of it isn't to make money. If I want to have a garden in the middle of my community and grow free food, that everybody can grow the food with me, I'm not doing that to make money. I'm doing that to help my community and the people that need food. And to give people something to do other than stare at their phone all day. Get out in nature. Nature is great. If one thing in this world we lose is nature, we are nature. Nature is us. We are not houses and skyscrapers and $1 million condominiums or mansions. We are trees and dirt and forests and oceans and animals. We lose all that. There's no amount of cities big enough. It's gonna be like living in the Terminator mixed with Judge Dredd. The AI is gonna try to kill you while you're running through a really messed up city because all the nature is gone. Is that what we want? Is that really what we want? It's not whether we can do it or not. It's whether we should. 5G is evil. Fluoride in the water is evil. You know, it doesn't benefit people. It doesn't benefit the communities. It benefits people who control the communities. You want to be controlled? You want to be indebted to somebody forever? Because that's not going to get you into hell. But you're not going to have a good life. You're not going to have a free spirit or have a happy soul, you know? Have a good heart, a strong mind, a good body. You're going to be weak and susceptible to the littlest things like coronavirus. I mean, it's. If you see somebody that might be sick, help them. You know? Because chances are that good deed will reverberate through the entire world. If 9,000 people sat down and meditated on positivity for a day, then this world would be a great place. Imagine if 1,000,000 people did that. Imagine if half a billion people did that. You know, everybody, you see all these people get subscribers on YouTube. It's like, I got 8 million subscribers. Okay. Well, what are you telling those 8 million people? Are you telling them anything? Are you doing anything productive to try to make those 8 million people's lives better? Or try to make their life not so depressing? Because chances are they are. You know, what are we putting on TV now? What are we putting on YouTube? What are we putting in front of our kids when we hand them a tablet or a cell phone? Give them good advice. You know, Dr. Phil doesn't always give people the best advice, but at least he tries. At least he tries. At least he cares. At least he shows he cares. At least he tries to help people. You know, you got a 14-year-old girl on there that's like pregnant and who's a junkie. He sends them to a camp or a rehab or whatever. At least he tries. At least tries to put it in their head saying, you gotta stop doing this. Not because of your family or the people, your friends, the people around you, but just for yourself. You gotta stop what you're doing. You gotta stop this behavior that's not benefiting you. You know, sometimes it takes a while. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you get it, and then you lose it. And then you get it back again. That happens too. But if you just never get it, and you just keep going over and over and over and over again, and blaming everybody else for your problems, they're your problems. Only you can fix them. If you blame everybody else for your problems, you're always going to have problems. Because you're always going to have somebody to blame. It's not politicians' fault. It's not a politician's fault that you're miserable. Especially if you voted for them. You know, I can't keep doing this to the planet, to each other, to the wildlife, nature. We can't keep doing this. We gotta put the phones down. We gotta get out. We gotta plant some trees. We gotta just, you know, have a cookout. You give people food. Do it in your yard. Hey, you want a plate of food? Come on over, man. Who are you? I'm Mike. What's your name? be friendly to the people you live around if you're not or you don't know them. Help people that you see in need. Don't give in to fear-based stupidity. Don't say, "Oh, Muslim people are terrorists." Yeah, you know, if somebody dropped a 500-pound bomb on my house, I'd be pretty pissed off too and want to shoot somebody. I mean, can you blame them? And they live in not, you know, all decked out in cable and Wi-Fi and everything. They're not, and some of them are, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them live in the middle of fields and huts with not even running water. It's like, come on. And then you wonder why people do that? It's like, you just blew up my house and you blew up 3 of my kids. Yeah, I'm pretty pissed off. I don't even know you. You know what I mean? We can't keep doing that to each other. We're fighting over resources. You gotta share the resources. You can't, sell bottled water. Selling water is wrong. It's like selling air. It's for everybody. I mean, granted, if you live in America, you can just turn your faucet on and you get water. That's not how it is everywhere in the world. Watch people in Africa walking 10 miles with buckets on their heads, crossing highways to get water. Or they're, in the middle of the rainforest and they got all these different kinds of bacteria and viruses. And now you're just adding pollution and oil to the water because you don't care about the environment and you're driving your speedboat through there. As people gotta do what's right, do what's good, do what's loving, compassionate. Greg Braden, man, you are my hero. David Wilcox, you're my hero. David Icke. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Bruce Lipton. I am so sorry. You do amazing work too, and you got a lot of evidence. Dr. Joe, you do great things. Anybody that can make another person get out of a wheelchair forever out of love and compassion, amazing. Amazing evidence. Amazing results. You guys have got it right. I would love to be even a 12th of a person you guys are. I'm sure you guys have great lives. I'm sure you guys do a lot of good stuff for people. You inspire me. And if I could do that for somebody, that's how it goes. That's how the world gets better. You inspire me. I try to inspire somebody. That person tries to inspire somebody or help somebody. That's how humanity should work. That's how humanity is going to need to work in the next 50 years. Because if we don't get it right in about that amount of time, we're going to destroy this planet. And if you destroy the planet, guess what? You ain't got nowhere to live now. It's like, don't do it. Oh, he's not going to pay me to do it. So what? Money is not everything. It is not. And if you want to be a greedy person, if you want to be like that, then you will end up alone. You're going to have, stacks of money to the ceiling, but that money isn't going to sit there and pat your back and tells you it loves you when you're crying or something. You can pay somebody to do that, but it's not going to be real. It's not going to be sincere. That's why they have prostitution. Pretend that you care about me or pretend that, this feels good. No, I've never done it, but I wouldn't want to because it would be weird. It's like, and you can get arrested for it, for one, but you want that connection, loving connection. That's the whole point of sex. The whole point of making love. That's why they call it that. You care about that person, you love that person. And if they love you too, that's the whole point of it. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't. I'll pay you to do this. I'm like, man, we're gonna pay somebody to plant the rainforest too, because I guarantee people that own all the cattle ranches aren't going to want to pay for it. They'll pay, they'll outpay you to plant those trees, so you don't do it. That's when world starts getting really interesting. You know, it's like drug cartels paying the cops not to, you know, confiscate their stuff. That's not how the world should work. I mean, if you're gonna be a cop, don't do that. Don't hurt the people. Don't hurt people that have done nothing to you. You know what I mean? If you pull somebody over for a traffic ticket and they call you a name or they call you a bunch of names, yeah, because you're impeding on their day. You're They're probably thinking, hey, he's gonna give me a ticket, which I can't pay for. That's gonna piss them off even more and make them call you even more names. So how do you rationalize getting mad over it? That's your job, is to extort people and to ruin their lives? If that's your job, then everybody that you encounter is going to get mad at you or be fearful of you or hate you and not want to talk to you or tell you the truth. I give a shout out to the Texas game wardens or the one guy. Like, man, you're actually doing something productive. You're not out extorting people. You're out making sure people don't drown. They got their life jackets on. They're not, killing the wildlife. That's that's what a cop should do too. I mean, yeah, you might not have to handle some poisonous snakes or some alligators, but don't just drive around thinking that you could just beat anybody up and take their stuff. It's like that's not what your job is. Your job is to help people. So if you're not doing your job, it means you're hurting people. And you shouldn't get away with it. Or you should be smart enough to realize, hey, maybe I should really stop doing this. I should be a better person. Because if you're a better person, then you'd be a better cop. Or anything. Pharmacists. And doctors. Pharmacists and doctors. You guys kill more people than cops ever could. And one guy on Netflix, the guy they did the documentary about, the pharmacist, I can't remember his name right now, but I applaud that man for actually having a set of balls saying, hey, you're picking this bottle of Oxycontin up every week, you might die from this. Just saying something like that, being a pharmacist, knowing that it's like professionally wrong, but morally right, and you're picking morally right, I applaud you. I applaud you. We need more people like that in this world. And if Netflix does documentaries on them, by all means, go for it. That's what you should be making documentaries about. Like that inspires me too. You know, people need to see that. People need to see the good that other people do in the world, not all the bad on, news shows that aren't even news shows. Just propaganda shows. Let's call a spade here. That's part of it. Living in fear. Oh, this person blew up 20 people. We gotta be afraid. You know? This person stabbed this person with a fork. We gotta make forks illegal. They're now called assault forks. It's like, come on, man, give me a break. I could go through and slap that whole stadium when the governor of Florida said it's the gun that does the killing. And you hear just a animalistic roar of an applause when that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. It's the gun that does the killing. No, it's the person holding that gun that does the killing. I mean, that's what's wrong with the world. People's souls are hurting. And it's blatantly obvious. People's souls are hurting. Entire families, entire communities are just hurting. They're not even in fear. They're just in depression. I mean, depression sucks too. Depression almost sucks worse than fear. I mean, sometimes it does. You can actually still get up and go to Starbucks being afraid. You're just going to be a little paranoid driving there, or you're going to, be carrying a pistol on you or something. I don't know. But depression, you don't even want to get out of bed. And it's like Publishers Clearinghouse is knocking at your door, and you don't even want to get out of bed to answer the door. That's depression sometimes. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. You got a lot of bad shit can happen in your life, and it can happen all at once too, which makes it even worse. It makes it even harder. But you can't give in to depression either. Fear and depression are the opposite of love and compassion. If your girlfriend left you and took the kids and took everything you had, then there was a reason for it. Maybe you shouldn't have had kids with her in the first place. Maybe you did something that deserved her to leave and take the kids and everything you had. And say, what could I have done differently? What will I do differently to make sure that never happens again? People aren't thinking like that. You gotta start thinking about it like that. Why did that happen? Oh, because I was being stupid. And people were telling me I was being stupid. And if you don't quit being stupid, then I'm just gonna leave you. I don't want to be around you because you're being stupid. And you don't listen? And they leave? Can't blame them for that. They told you. You didn't listen. Hey, believe me, happened to me. But sit and talk to that person. Don't automatically go to yelling and screaming and anger and, you know, don't start off with that. No, nothing good ever gets accomplished by starting off with that. Talk to people. Just how I'm talking to anybody on YouTube right now that would watch this. Sit and talk with them. Say, hey man, what's up? What's going on? You okay? You know, your daughter's coming home crying from school every day and you ignore it. You know, eventually go in there and say, hey Lisa, why are you coming home from school every day crying? It's nothing, Dad. It's nothing. And it's like, no, it's something, because you wouldn't be doing it if it was nothing. Well, these girls at school are making fun of me. It's like, well, then why are you crying about that? They're making fun of you? Then you obviously must be doing something right. And they're just jealous of you and they're just trying to bully you. Or you really are doing something bad and messed up and they're pointing it out to you and you're just not getting it. Either or. You gotta acknowledge it. You can't let it get you sad or angry or anything like that. Realize it. Take it in. If you actually acknowledge it, you won't get depressed over it. You won't get sad or angry or fearful about it. You know, oh, I can't pay my bills. You know, I got all this credit card debt piling up. Well, don't get in fear about it. Don't get worried about it. You already know that you got it, so why get fearful about it? Figure out a way to do something about it, fix it. So then you're not worried about it. You're not fearful about it. Hey, I got $10,000 worth of credit card debt, but I can, you know, help this guy build his porch, and he's gonna give me $5,000 for helping him. That's the way to think about it. And you're helping somebody, and they're helping you, and you're solving a problem. Think about it like that. Don't just sit there and worry about it. It's like that. There's nothing gonna happen if you just sit on the couch all day crying. Your problems are still gonna be there. Or, you know, beating your wife because you drink too much, and she points it out to you, saying, "I'm gonna leave you because you drink too much." You have no right to touch that woman. She's telling you you got a problem, man. Maybe you should listen. Maybe you should say, hey, if I don't want to lose my family, I should stop drinking. You know? Because then, when or if you don't stop and they do leave, you can't sit there and blame it on them. They told you. I would much rather stop doing anything that would affect me negatively around my friends and family than point the finger at them saying it's their fault. It's not. It's not their fault. If anything, they were trying to tell you. You know, this is how we have to treat the entire world. You know, you're going to have those people out there that get paid to put out misinformation or that get paid to push certain agendas or get paid to cover things up. Don't be one of those people get paid to do that. You know, if you hang out with nothing but drug dealers and you get paid to be an informant, don't do that. Because then don't consider those people your friends. or don't pick and choose. You know what I mean? Don't let money overcome your morals. Have morals, have good morals that are loving and compassionate. Don't try to get over on people. Don't try to get money out of helping people. Help people because you want to help them. You know, I'm not saying you gotta volunteer and be a saint and work at a leper colony, but don't say give me $50 if your friend asks you to help him move or something like that. If they ask you to help him move, say, yeah, man, I got you. And help him. Because that's your friend. Because you know if you gotta move, you can call him and he'll help you. And he's not gonna ask anything in return. Or she won't. I could go on and on. We gotta do something. It's collective on just YouTube, on just Facebook. There's 1.5 billion people on Facebook. Are you telling me we couldn't use that for a positive thing? Instead of just putting up dumb pictures and fake pictures of our lives that, portray us that isn't even real? So I don't use Facebook. I don't want my business put out for the whole world to see. I don't mind doing this because I want to help people. Some people need that snap. Like Greg Braden talks about it, your body can literally change its DNA. Your mind can be rewired for positivity in a day. It's incredible. You don't need pharmaceuticals. You don't need anything special for this. You don't need to go to a doctor. You don't need to go to, a psychiatrist. Just say, hey, I want to stop being so negative. Negativity breeds negativity. And positivity breeds positivity. It's the truest thing in the world. It's the corniest thing in the world, but it is the truest. If you think positively and you treat people positively, positive things will happen to you. Sometimes out of the blue. Sometimes out of nowhere. You help some stranger, puts their car out of the road. You could, 2 weeks down the line, you played a dollar lottery ticket, you won 10 grand. It's karma. Karma is real, just like your soul. You make somebody else's soul hurt, karma is going to make your soul hurt. That's just how it goes. I don't care if you believe it or not, it is true. Just like demonic forces in this world, whether you believe it or not, it's true because the devil believes in you, and he does a great job to convince the world that he don't exist. So if there's something like that out there that's real, there's something good out there that's real too. And what do you want to put your energy in? I mean, at the end of the day, there's very few people on this planet that could just be purely evil. I'm not talking about gangs or stuff like that. I'm talking you just want to kill people and murder innocent children just because you enjoy it. Like, that's evil. The people that are good spirited, good hearted, loving people can't sit back and do nothing. And being loving doesn't mean to be weak. Being loving and compassionate doesn't mean to be walked over and stepped on and used. It doesn't. It doesn't. Being a loving person and doing the right thing means you gotta stand up for that. That's what you, I don't want to say believe in, but that's all that will counteract evil is love. So if you say you're a loving person, but you do nothing if evil happens around you, then what does it matter? That's what this world needs to stop doing. They need to stop acting like it's not their problem. They need to instead of walking over the homeless person, help them. You got a couple extra bucks in a couple hours, plant some trees on a weekend. You know, instead of, buying 6 cars, buy 1 car. Donate some of your money to third world. Or actually go to a third world and help people. Like, yeah, you want to work to have a good job and make good money. But do that if you have a family. Don't do that if you're somebody like me who's single, has no kids. Because then you're just being greedy and you're showing off. And karma don't like that either. If you're going to be greedy and you're not going to help the people around you if they're hurting, then, you're not going to get anything good out of it. If anything, you probably lose that money a lot faster. It's amazing how corny and simple it is, but it is so true. If you generally help people and ask nothing in return, good things happen to you. If you actually try to be positive and you don't try to bring people down or bring yourself down and think about the bad in life and the what ifs and the negativity, actually try to be positive and try to actually think about, making a change in the world, good things will happen. I promise you that. Put your focus in helping an old lady that lives across the street from you shovel her driveway instead of going to a political rally. Put your time and energy, attention into things that matter. And really realize what matters and what's just trying to control you and enslave you. And it's like, I don't know what the end game is of that one. What happens if you win? You try to control and enslave all of America, then what? It has to be better. It has to. Or this world is gonna change so violently that we won't be able to live on it anymore. It won't want us here. We'd just be so greedy and corrupt in our hearts that it'll be felt in the trees in the forest. That's how bad it'll be. You know, I beg and plead with anybody that will watch this. I beg of you, whatever is going on in your life, you got 6 kids and you got an apartment and you can't pay the rent, don't sit there and just think, I can't feed my kids and I can't pay my rent. Please, I beg of you, don't sit there and think like that. Please don't. Think as positive and without fear as much as possible. Even if it takes a while, because sometimes it does. Oh, I can't feed my kids and I can't pay the rent. If you just think, everything will be okay, everything's going to get better, kids are going to be good, rent's going to get paid, even if it takes like a couple weeks of thinking that way, it will happen. If you think, I can't stop gambling, or, I can't stop watching porn, or I can't stop doing drugs, what am I going to do? I can't stop doing it. How am I going to stop doing it? I can't afford to stop doing it, Don't think like that. Please don't. Please, for the love of God, don't. Just know. Know. In your heart, your soul, your mind, your body. Say, look, things will get better. Things can get better. Life can be so much better. But you gotta take the first step. Say, I can't do this anymore. No matter the cost, no matter, you lose friends, you lose family over it, you gotta do it. Because it's the right thing to do. It's a positive thing to do. It's what will make the road a little bit easier to travel. It'll make you not depressed. It'll make you not so sad. It'll make you not have people hate you or not want to be around you and you're sitting there alone. Just know, don't let negativity and fear and depression, don't let it win. Say, I know if I do this and this, life will get better. If it's not, if you have a great life, then you think positively already. If you have a happy life and you actually have like a wife and kids that are happy too, then you are a very positive, loving person and you're doing something right. And you need to get on YouTube and you need to express what you do, how you do it, the way you think, the way you act around people, the way you act towards people, what you do with your money, what you do with your time, what you do with your attention, your energy. Like, a perfect example, Kevin Hart. Watching him on Joe Rogan, I am absolutely astonished. And he deserves being like one of the biggest comedians in the world. He does. Because he is positive. He tries to help people. He tries to stay positive. He tries to do what's right. That's how if you do that, look how where it'll get you sometimes. It's incredible. I mean, maybe you don't want that life. Maybe you don't want to be rich and famous. Or at least not famous. I would take rich, not famous. But just contemplate that sometimes. If you're ever feeling fearful or doubtful, or you don't want to get up and help somebody, even if you know that they have nobody else to help them. Like, imagine. It's what needs to happen in this world. We gotta start doing it. 2020. We can't just still be, you know, dumb warmongering animals, but we got smartphones and, you know, Google headsets on. Isn't it's still a dumb warmongering animal using it? I pray to God Almighty, the creator energy in this universe that has made everything and everyone. If anybody watches this and understands one thing I said to make it better for their lives, I hope. Never lose hope. I hope I can inspire you to do something good for somebody. You know, it doesn't have to be making a video online. You know, I see some dude homeless, grab him some food. Even if it's McDonald's. You know, what's $3 to make somebody's entire day better? Because guess what? If you make somebody's entire day better, karma sees that. And then it'll make your entire week better. And then your week's going great. You do something else nice for somebody even bigger, your whole month's going great next, you know? This is how the energy of the universe works. You can believe me or not. You know, you can be set in your ways and be delusional and think it's all, you know, I don't want to say, you know, mumbo jumbo, spiritually mumbo jumbo. If you're religious, I pay my $5 at church. And yeah, and you got diabetes and you can't work and you can't pay your bills and you're depressed all the time. But at least you pay your $5 at church. No, it's not how this works. It's not something you can do once a week. And it's not something you can pick and choose when to do. If my friend comes running into my door saying that his car broke down and he needs a ride to work in 10 minutes, you know, I'm going to give him a ride to work. I'm like, oh man, I can't do it right now, man, just because you don't want to do it. No. This is, we need to be friends with everybody we encounter. We need to never use the word stranger to refer to another person ever again. Because God only knows, maybe that person that's a stranger to you an hour ago saves your life, or changes your life, or improves your life, gives you a dream job. You know, nobody's a stranger anymore. Even without smartphones, walking down the street, you know, we can't look at each other with fear and disdain. And then say politicians are great and give them tons of money. That's stupid. Or say that, gun control is good and we need gun control, but you don't trust the government. So, where do you think all those guns are going to go? It doesn't make any sense. You need to start actually thinking rationally, thinking responsibly, thinking responsibly. Shouldn't have a little disclaimer on the bottom of a commercial saying don't do this if they're like jumping off of a car, off of a highway, parachuting, running from the cops or something, stuff like that. They actually have disclaimers in fine print. Don't do this. And it's like, wow, that's really necessary? Come on. Like, please. So if you are still using, find at least 6 methadone or 2 Suboxone. If you have a full-time job, take 4 days off. If you have no job, then you don't gotta worry about it. But do that. Take 4 days. Do it periodically, not all at once. Sleep through most of it. Fluids. You don't really gotta eat too much, but stay hydrated. And stop. Don't ever do it again. Don't even have it around you. If it is such an epidemic, then people that have gotten over it and gotten through it need to help the people that are still in it. Because those college kids that just got that job at the rehab center, they're not going to be able to help you because they don't know they don't know what you went through or what you're going through, and they never will. They could hand you the medication, but you can't talk to them about it. You're not going to be able to get through to them any more than they can get through to you. And don't keep doing Suboxone and methadone. Don't keep going back every day. Take 4 days. Just stop. If you can do that, and you can honestly have the willpower and the self-control to realize if you do it again, you're either going to die or your life is going to be just a nightmare forever, life will get better. I promise you that. Put your time and energy into good things, positive things, helpful things. Help your family, because I'm sure you probably hurt them. Help your friends, because I'm sure you probably hurt them too. And just don't ever do it again. It's just that simple. I know it's extremely hard. It is a very hard thing. But you will come out better. I promise you that. You will have pride in yourself that nobody can take away from you. Even if everybody in your entire life puts you down and says you can't do it, prove them wrong. Because that's the best feeling. Haha. You didn't think I could do it? Well, I did. and maybe you can inspire somebody else. That's not that should be a responsibility, because people that aren't opiate addicts, they don't know. They will never know. They don't understand. They didn't go through what you went through. People that went through it understand what you went through. But if they figure out a way to get over it, they should tell the world. I want everybody in the world to see this that's going through it. I mean, look at Eminem. I mean, he writes songs about it, but he doesn't really sit and like talk about it because he's rich. He could have a whole team of people, taking him to rehabs and stuff. It's not needed. Going to a methadone clinic isn't needed. Getting on a Suboxone program is not needed. Take 4 days, 2 Suboxone, probably like 6 methadone. Space it out, sleep through most of it, and hydrate. You might feel shitty on day number 5, but day number 6 will get easier. And day number 7 will get easier. And if you can just slap your own wrist till the point where you can say, I don't need that shit anymore. I'm good. If you can get to that point without anybody telling you, then you'll be fine. I promise you that. And life will get better. Because I know it is a nightmare of a life to live. It's not fun. There's nothing good that comes out of it. Ever. And then, if you change somebody's life because of it, that's more than most people do in their entire lives. Most people don't go to work or go on vacation to help strangers. Like, we need to start doing stuff like that. Government ain't gonna do it for us. Nobody's gonna do it for us. We gotta do it for each other. I pray to you, please, just stick with it. Stay positive. Stay focused on what's good and right. Whether you're an addict or not, whether you're just going through some hard times, it still applies. Stay positive. Stay hopeful. Put your time and energy in good things, and good things will happen to you. But until you make that change for yourself, it's going to be a bumpy road. So you might as well start today. And if you don't know how to get help, find it. Don't ever be too proud to ask for help. Nobody should go through anything that difficult in life alone. And don't take credit for it if you do help somebody, or ask for anything in return, or expect anything in return. It's what we need to do from now on. Please, America, the world at large, don't walk past acting like it's not your problem. Don't walk past acting like you can't help. Don't ignore the deception. Don't be naive to the blatant moral, just moral indecency. Don't be naive to it. Don't turn a blind eye to it. Stand up. Show your strength. We are all incredibly powerful beings. I beg of you to see it in yourself. And once you do see it in yourself, show it to somebody else that doesn't see it in themselves. And so on and so on. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna keep doing videos. I don't know if anybody will watch them. I hope at least one person does. If you do it with the right intentions, I don't want no money. I don't care about monetization. YouTube probably wouldn't monetize it anyway. I don't want money. I want to help people. I want to make this world better. I want to make it so not everybody is so depressed, negative. And maybe I could turn this thing around. And I hope everybody has a bright sunny day, even if it's not bright and sunny out. But just remember, if you make it through enough cold, bitter days, eventually you get that bright sunny day. Or you can make somebody else's cold, bitter days bright and sunny. I pray that you have the strength, the love in your heart, and the willpower in your head to do it. I'm gonna keep doing it. Maybe this could be like a little journal also. But we can't sit and make videos on YouTube all day long either. So with that, I love you, world. I love every 7 billion people on this planet. I love you. I don't know you. But whatever problems you got and whatever hardships you're going through, I understand. I don't hate you for it. I don't judge you for it. I love you for it. And with that, have a great day. Have a safe, blessed day. Get out, enjoy the world. Not everybody in the world is going to get coronavirus and die from it. I could probably guarantee you on that one. Lead your life with love, not fear. Go out and, show people. Don't be scared. Have a great day, world.